I'm not going to be doing any more of these, or too many more of these day-long videos, but I wanted to do them to give you an idea of how it flows out there. How it can go from one conversation to the next, one topic to the next, and never knowing who in the hell's going to walk up to you and say or do what. Hope you enjoy it. It's, I mean, if I was a CIA agent or, you know, an FBI agent and want to get a pulse for the general public, I'd subscribe to my channel. Imagine there's a few of them there are. But I could use, this is the portion where I'm supposed to ask for money support. I've really been slacking on marketing. I don't do well at the marketing. I haven't got the time for it. If any of you guys out there want to help me with the marketing, any of you whiz kids want to go, you know, help me out, fine. Become part of this charge, great. I would really appreciate it. Other than that, just keep on enjoying the films until I can't do them anymore. You know, but the more support I get, the longer I can do it, and the better the videos I get, because I can take more chances if I wind up doing some of the things, getting some of the equipment I would like to get. So anyway, help me out. Enjoy the film. What do you do up there in Chicago?
I work. I'm a therapist. And I like what you've got.
A therapist?
Yes.
And I take it you're Muslim.
Yeah, I am.
I guess there's a woman, Quanta Ahmed, Dr. Quanta Ahmed.
That is.
Oh, I heard her last night.
Like a talk?
Yeah, she's a doc. Yeah, she was in an interview.
Yeah.
And she's written several books, and I think if I get the name of this right, it was in the land of the invisible woman. I mean, she's a Muslim, but she was talking about, and I just want to get your opinion on this.
Yeah.
But what she was explaining, if I got it right from her, maybe, you know, was that there's a war inside the Muslim community itself against the radical Islam, as opposed to the more mainstream, moderate, more secular Islamic. You know that, and you know, is that what you see and you're experiencing?
For sure, yeah. I mean, the radical ISIS and like all those people that you see on the news, they can't even be considered Muslim because what they do is so against what we actually
it's against
believe.
all thing human.
Yeah. Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely true. Yeah.
But have you yourself, how has this experience been for you, this whole, demonization and stuff? Have you experienced anything yourself that is?
Not quite. So I grew up in a small town in Indiana, and I was the only scarf-wearing girl, one of two Muslim girls, or people in general at my school. And I think because I was in the same school from 3rd grade until I graduated, 9/11 happened when I was in 6th grade. But I didn't really surprisingly face anything like that. I think I got really lucky. In a small town in Indiana, you would expect otherwise, but everyone was super supportive, really nice. Yeah. And then I live in Chicago now, and I think that's a diverse enough community that, thankfully, I've been lucky.
Now, you wear the hijab because you want to?
Yes.
Okay, now, I've seen, in Egypt and places where when the revolution happened, they got out from underneath the Sharia law, and that the first thing women did was to burn the hijab.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, religiously, you can't, one of the things in the Quran, actually, so God tells us that you can't impose religion onto anyone, and so, God gives us these guidelines, and we have free will. We can decide whatever we want to, whether we want to follow this or not. And so, I guess this is the case in a lot of cultures, but there's this patriarchy and then this whole system where people are expected to do certain things and power tripping, I don't know, governments and stuff like that. But the essence of Islam is you do what you want, you do what you choose, and what your actions are, that's between you and God. No one else has a right to say anything.
So you wouldn't get chastised or beat up for not wearing the
No, it was my choice. I started wearing it when I was in 8th grade. My mom, no one in my family wore one. I just started myself, and it was 100%. It still is, and if I took it off, no one would.
So your family's practicing Muslim.
Yeah.
there is a disconnect I see with the left in the sense, like, embracing some of the more radical, because they're saying, well, freedom of religion.
Yeah.
But when they embrace the radical Islam, which to me is the antithesis of what liberalism is.
Right.
In other words, I mean, radical Islam throws gays off the building. You have the lefts who is like, trannies and
Yeah.
and they celebrate gayism.
Right.
So it seems like a disconnect there that they would celebrate the most radical elements of Islam that would kill them if they had the chance.
Right.
Is that, do
Well,
you see that disconnect?
So, I mean, a little bit. So that's a harder, as far as like LGBT community goes, that's a harder concern. But my personal belief, again, is like, you do you. Your actions are between you and God. Like, I am no one to judge. And I think most American Muslims, especially people my age, like we grew up here, we were born here, so we're more of that accepting kind of mindset. Like, you do you. But then, like, if you go back to like Muslim majority countries, then it might be a different story, just because it's a completely different environment there.
I mean, they talk about things like, breeding out Europe. They're using that tactic to keep on breeding.
No, I think truth always prevails, right? So I think
God bless you. Thank you very much for your, saying, clearing up a few things.
Yeah, of
people
course. And I'm glad that
understand.
you were like open and like willing to ask me too.
Well, like, that's what I do.
And I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, people who believe that we're, not good people, terrorists, whatever you want to call it, they don't really know Muslims personally. They just see what's on the news, and the news is not covering like what most of us believe, what most of us look like. So it's a matter of, I guess, doing kind of like what you're doing, like just talking to real life, normal.
Raising consciousness, hopefully,
Right.
Freezing the bad guys out, and hopefully, yeah, wonderful. Well, your family should be proud.
Thank you. I'll tell them you said that.
The last day we have our banquet and that.
Is that what you're here for? Is the
Convention.
Vietnam
Yeah,
veterans?
the convention. Yeah.
Right. Wonderful.
Well, so when is she gonna be?
That's what I'm asking.
Fascinating.
I'm hearing rumors that she's copped a plea deal, and in the plea deal she has to admit that she was guilty. She won't get any prison time, but she has to hand over all documentation, all of it. Now, if that's true, and I'm dubious of it, I'm still waiting to see it happen. I don't believe anything until I see it anymore.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that. We know she's guilty. She doesn't have to.
Well, the thing is, she's going to cop a plea deal to the charges of destroying the emails and having government stuff on private servers, things that other people go to jail for. So essentially, she's supposed to cop a plea to that. In lieu of not doing any jail time, she gets, do some, We'll see.
Die in jail. She'd die in jail.
Oh.
Of course, they'd send her to the play. I don't know where they'd send her.
Yeah, they might send her double to jail. I don't know if they'll send her, Yeah, but I think we can almost blame everything else on Congress. Not passing the repeal, not the taxes.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I shake your hand real quick?
Oh, sure.
I saw you in the video.
Oh, okay.
You did great.
Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you.
You probably know which one. It's on
Yes.
When is the program?
No, there's a video that went viral that I had.
Keep doing it.
Thank you, sir.
Keep
Very
doing
kind
it.
of you. Here, let me give you a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
All right.
You are
Thank you very much.
No, may I ask you?
And here you are, young lady.
Thank you. That's all
Oh, I didn't see it.
right. Now, what's your name? How can I find you?
It's on the back of that card I gave you right there.
Oh, okay. Well, my husband would love you.
Well, I'd love him back. And I can see why he loves you. What do you do up there in Chicago?
Up there, well, I live down in school,
What do you study?
engineering.
Oh, good. Engineers, man. If we didn't, without them, we wouldn't have jack shit.
Exactly. As long as we continue to build stuff, engineers are going to be needed.
Amen. Now, but let me ask you this: how much do you think AI technology and robotics is going to take over? How is it going to interact with engineering? Because there's got to be a marriage there.
Well,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure you need engineers to help design the robots, help with, designs and just like, the distribution of the parts and everything like that. Engineers are definitely going to be needed.
What happens when we get to the point where we got a robot that replicates itself?
A robot that replicates itself. Well, it depends. See, that's more like I'm an industrial engineer. That would be more for like mechanical, where they deal with robots. So I'm not like 100% sure, but I can give you like an educated guess from what I know. So if it replicates itself, then you're going to need more engineers to help adjust, and then I guess you had to get more parts and things like that and make changes. I don't know exactly how long it would take to make a robot. Cause I like that picture, by the whatever this is.
Oh, thank you. It's just my way of dealing with it. This is, I can't build too much, so I do this.
That's funny.
I know.
Khan News Today.
Yeah.
Is that Khan or CNN? Is that
Corporate-owned news. My take is if they're taking commercial money, they're compromised. I mean, let's say, when you look at the news, if you're looking at mainstream news, as it's called.
Yeah, or I call it lamestream.
Yeah, thank you. A lot of the commercials are from what? Pharmaceutical companies, the Defense Department. So if they're taking Defense Department and pharmaceutical money.
It's all one and the same.
Thank you. If they should discover any nefarious things that those excellent corporations would ever be doing wrong, that they'd report on them right away, don't you?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's why no one listens to them anymore.
Exactly. People are waking the hell up.
Who do you listen to?
Who do I listen to? I don't really watch news like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you.
Like usually, YouTube. I just do like a lot of reading and stuff like that. From there, I can actually, come with my own opinion instead of just believing.
Well, that's I mean, you can get to me, everybody's an Einstein now with a search engine.
Right.
Type in a phrase and then see where it takes you, and then you got 1,000 or a million pages.
Popular thing just because I'm not going to believe something just because that's what I'm told to believe.
You're an engineer.
Yeah. All right, sir. Great talk.
All right, here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for you.
I didn't even know you were in New Orleans. I saw you. I was like, it's got to be him.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I liked it. You did good.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was telling her this was like a big Russian dude. Got in his face and was like, back up. What are you gonna do? Great.
Yeah, it was an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Pensacola, Destin, Florida.
Yeah. What do you do there?
I'm a fireman.
Oh, well, tip of the hat to you, sir. Oh, no. This guy all runs into burning buildings. All I did was face up to a couple of cowards, and he's being humble. How's that?
Good.
You got a good man here.
No.
You do. Well, here, let me give you something. Let me give you a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. This is good for any crime in the
By
world.
identifying yourself as Hillary Clinton. All right.
Yeah, check out my YouTube channel. I mean, isn't what we're looking at right now basically a bunch of what the F's?
Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
I get up every day. I say, what?
You just shake
They
your
said
head.
what? That's my pleasure to meet you today.
Thanks for talking with us.
Oh.
I'm gonna show her the video.
Yeah.
That's about too.
Yeah, go check out some. I got over 700 of them, so go check them out.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good one. Thanks.
All right.
So it doesn't make any sense to me. Why not? He said that he was going to start running people out of places that they've been in for so long, taking people out here and out there, and he hasn't done a damn thing.
Well, I understand. Now, I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt here, understanding that the deep state they call it the deep state for a reason.
True.
It's been embedded in our system and has infested every facet of our government.
Yeah.
To the highest levels, to the highest. I mean, we have a CIA director that took the oath of office on the Koran.
He did?
Yes.
I didn't know.
Brennan he's a Wahhabist. He's an Islamic Wahhabist who, when he took the oath of office to be the CIA director, took it on a Koran. How insane is that?
That's pretty freaking insane. I mean, I get wanting to be religiously diverse and all that, but at a certain point, I believe that religion should be just taken out.
But the thing is, radical Islam is not just a religion. It is indeed a political system.
It even says in the Quran, I mean, to unite
Now,
government and
there's
religion.
Islam and there's Islam.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah.
but the radical Islam are the ones, the Islamists are the ones that have, like any gangster, takes a small group of ruthless people can rule over a larger group of more peaceful people.
I completely agree.
But what I don't get is, if someone doesn't do the job, get rid of them. Sessions has been in there. We do have hardcore evidence of crimes committed by the DNC.
But it seems like they don't want to do anything about it.
Well, behind the scenes, you keep on hearing about, like just recently, there rumors have been out that Hillary Clinton has made a plea bargain. And that in the plea bargain, she doesn't go to jail, but she has to hand over all of her paperwork.
I don't think she's going to do it anyways.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I say these are just rumors, but I want to see. I'm not so sure if this whole career thing isn't a distraction from that. Things are going on right now that are just so hard to keep up with because there's so much of it, and you don't know who to trust anymore.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't know. You can't trust them.
Shake your hand. You're
Oh,
awesome.
thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Very kind of you.
I need to catch up with my parents, but it's nice talking to you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Here, have a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton.
Oh, thank you.
Looking good. That's great.
Thank you, sir.
Can I get one?
Yeah, let me get one of you guys. Ready? Grab Trump's crotch right now. Grab his wiener. Grab that wiener. Trump likes it like that. They say he likes to do the crotch grabbing, but he likes it.
Well, I mean, if he's a red-blooded American man,
That's right.
as long as it's consensual,
That's right. Agreed.
Indeed.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, young ladies.
Absolutely.
Carry on, have fun.
Will do. Appreciate it. You got chutzpah, sir.
Thank you. That's a very high compliment. I appreciate that.
That's what he does. He does.
Actually, I didn't know what to expect when I first started doing this. 'Cause, right?
Yeah.
And it's a ball. Once you start doing it, it's like getting, once you tip, you get used to the water. It's like, hey, this is fun,
Yeah, I listen to InfoWars. I get it online, so.
Oh.
Well, that was good.
Yeah. Here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton, and on the back's my YouTube channel.
You're not so bad. You're so right.
Oh, thank you.
Did you see this?
Yeah, I did. I did. Lord help us.
Well, if you're gonna kick them where it hurts.
Already. Here, I'm gonna give you $1 million bill. Have you ever had $1 million bill?
Oh my God.
This is to get into heaven free.
Oh, thank
Already
you very
paid for you,
much.
brother.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Finally, someone's giving me something I'm working.
Can we take a picture?
Sure. If you'd like to contribute to the Bulletproof, that's fine, of course.
That is wrong.
$1 million bill. Here, right here. This bill may look real, but it's actually fake.
Now do this.
I have to explain that.
No, you're supposed to be like this and handcuffed.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. I got two.
Hey, Gail.
That's funny. Where are you guys from?
We're from Florida.
Oh, good. I'm from Tampa Bay.
Tampa?
Yeah, here's a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for you.
Yeah, there you go.
There
He's a big Hillary fan. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Oh my God, I'm getting a hard on right now. Jesus Christ. I'm not even gay, but man, I'm telling you, you guys.
Day for a day, it holds a hole, right? It holds a hole. Don't hit the middle button. Okay.
That's all right. The Republicans, we like trannies. We'll accept all. We got a big tent. We don't care.
Badass Uncle Sam.
It's terrible.
Oh, that's dope. Badass Uncle Sam.
Thanks.
I take it you guys are all local, or I mean,
I'm local. They're in
Texas boys.
They're all Texas boys.
well, I won't tell them about this dress back in Texas. Then I won't. I know. God did. God Almighty.
It didn't take too much convincing, though.
I know it's just an excuse for a lot of them. I know. It's all right. I make no judgments. It's all right. Let's do what you want to do as long as you're not hurting anybody. That's my deal.
Yep. I like that song.
Thank you. I try to have fun with this insanity.
Yeah. Got to make light of a lot. That's the only way we'll get through it, huh?
Jesus. Well, they make it so easy, though. I mean, but if it wasn't so serious,
Yeah.
a lot of it, really. What do you do? What do you do for a living?
I'm a youth minister, actually.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Up in Baton Rouge.
Oh, wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's. See, you're really doing something. I mean, that's a very noble thing. Well, you got. You're right there where the rubber meets the road. I mean, you're seeing how the worst of society can affect the most vulnerable.
Yep. And you can't protect them, but you can try and help them, give them the tools to navigate what they'll encounter, come out okay on the other side.
Yeah. It's like, I assume what you're doing, same thing out here. It's like, if I could just reach a few people and, bend them in some place that's not destructive.
Yeah. Exactly. Amen.
Yeah, brother.
Hey, thanks for sharing some joy.
Oh, thank you very much. What do you guys do up in New York? What are you doing?
HVAC. Air conditioning and heating.
Oh, good. Working man. Yourself? Same thing? So, everybody, what do you think of my question? Do you think Obama's still running the Justice Department?
I think they're still embedded in there. I think so.
Something's wrong.
Something's definitely wrong. And that McMaster thing makes me sick too. Whatever's going on, he's purging all the people that aren't stepping in line with him. You know
what they say, yeah. It's that way.
They got rid of Higgins. They got rid of that guy Higgins, and he was the one that was blowing the whistle on, what was actually going on, and what the threats really truly are. You know what? Shut up. We don't need you no more. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Everybody, we open our mouths. They know we're from New York. And it's like, listen, I live on Long Island. I live like it's out in the country where I live compared to where you think we live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, everybody thinks because they
And hey, listen, I'm an NRA. I'm an NRA member. Voted for Trump. I don't like this liberal bullshit that goes on in my state. It makes me sick. I actually want to leave. I got 12 years left and I'm gone.
Indeed, I can almost forgive Trump everything else because it's all Congress not getting a repeal, no tax cuts, holding up the wall. But the Justice Department is something else. You would think that if you're not doing the job, you're out of it.
But he's actually doing a lot of grandstanding and shit like that, but he's doing stuff behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Is happening. He's like, here, look at this. Meanwhile, I'm tearing this apart right now.
I wouldn't want to play poker against the man. He's a clever man, but still, like you say, McMaster, why is he still in there?
He's got a big uphill battle.
Oh, God.
There's no difference between Republicans and Democrats anyway anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You would think about it. Like the Democrat Party, JFK's Democrat Party is dead, long buried, gone, forget it. They're friggin' socialist communists now, and the Republicans are the Democrats now. You know what I mean? That's how far everything shifted left. When you're looking at the Republicans, they're not even right, really. They're center.
Yeah,
exactly. And a lot of them are leaning towards the left center.
Exactly.
Well, you see what they don't do now.
The friggin' Democrats are just off the fucking charts, friggin' crazy liberal.
Well, that's where the Tea Party grew out of because everything was moved to the left, so the boomerang was back to that.
I just hope I'm not old enough to partake in a revolution for that. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, I'm not old enough. I'm not participating. Don't worry about it.
Right.
You got the spirit, buddy. You're always gonna dig it, man. I'm locked and loaded. Let's go.
Do it. I worry about my children.
Of course. Well, that's what we keep on fighting for. That's what you always keep on fighting for. That's what I'm not here. I don't even have film. Fight for other people's family. I mean, this is it. You got to keep on pushing back.
You can only pray to God that these people wake the fuck up in mass. You know what I mean?
Well, the things that you look at things like what has never happened before? For the first time in history, we're all walking around with something on our hands with instant communication. We're already experiencing how that is affecting our society. I mean, hell with it. We're changing the way things operate with our comments online, signing petitions, forming coalition, movement, boycotts, you name it. You even starting revolutions online. So this, of course, they're trying to quell that now.
Well, that's good and well, but sometimes it's gonna come down to, you know what they say, the tree of liberty's got to be freaking watered with the blood of tyrants and fucking.
Well, blood's already being spilled. They just killed some idiot. Just killed another Trump supporter.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Really?
You subscribe to Truth Revolt? You ever watch it online?
Truth Revolt?
Truth Revolt.
Oh, I like the name. I'll go take a look at it.
Take a look at it. Truth Revolt. It's good.
Good. Yeah. No, I listen to InfoWars a lot.
Yeah.
Zero Hedge. I mean, there are so many of them. That's the good thing. You see, we're not stuck with listening to a half dozen bullshit artists.
I like AON too. I watch One American News.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean, Global Research is good. You got. I mean, on and on and on and on. There's a lot of good journalists now where we can get. That's why the consciousness is being raised. That's why he got in.
The problem is there's too many of us white guys are fucking either pacifists or they're freaking colluding with them, or whatever it is. Even just not saying anything is consent.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, there's a lot of guys keeping their mouths shut and they know their names and their addresses, and the bullshit comes down. But, really.
Most of the ones that have got the biggest mouths are all people that are selling us down the fucking river.
Yeah, but that's good. It makes them easy targets.
Yeah.
You remember, they're still losing. They haven't won an election.
Yeah.
They put 10 times the amount in that last special election and lost.
There's going to be 300 House of Representatives Republican, there's 62 Democrat, 62 senators.
I mean, you can drive from Florida to Iowa right now and not drive across a blue county.
Yeah. Suffolk County, New York actually voted red.
Yeah.
We were red county.
Yeah.
Out of everything, you look at the map, the entire upstate was red. The shit area that you got to go through to get to the rest of the friggin' country was blue, and then the typical eastern end of Long Island was red.
And it's amazing how many people actually live in the city or in those 5 boroughs. How it went blue. Because you go, there's so many fucking people living off the dole, don't do shit.
What we have in our evangelicals, a lot of those fucking ones don't vote. You know what I mean? They talk a good game, but when it comes time to go pull the lever, they ain't gonna do it.
Well, they did when he fucking got in.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Democrats.
Well, look,
the Democrats that are getting free shit, they don't fucking vote.
No, but when he got in, everybody.
Well, that plus the way they're cheating. Look at he started the election task force.
Right. In Ohio, you see they got to redo their rolls and everything, and they're like, what was California? There's like 44% more people on the rolls than voting age people that are in the state.
Right.
It's like, what are you kidding me?
Yeah.
That means there's 144% turnout.
Yeah, but there's nothing to see. There's nothing wrong with our elections. So don't pay any attention to the fact that, there's...
And
worried about the Russians getting in on it.
They're blaming on the states because they say it costs money to fucking do this, that, and they're bullshit. They're fucking lying. They're cheating. And all these undocumented scumbags that they give them freaking voter IDs. They let them vote. You know how many people that were in the last election that weren't allowed, that shouldn't have been able to vote?
Absolutely. Yeah, well, this is why they're not cooperating. They don't want to turn over the records so they can find out who's dead and who's still on the voting record and purge all that. The Harvard study, and if you heard that, Harvard came out with a study because, Trump was going around, it was 3.5 million, he estimated. Harvard did a study. More like 5.7 million illegal votes.
Oh, illegal votes that were in there.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. And he still won.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a blog. It's called Black Box Voting. Bev Harris, a liberal Democrat who started black box voting after the 2000 debacle. She was an investigator, put all her investigative talents into election fraud. She is now the premier expert on election fraud. In the last election, she calculated that he had 5 states stolen from him. Still won. So, I mean, if we had fair, and when you look at it, it's all bluster on the left's part. They aren't winning. They got, who do they have speaking for them? Maxine Waters?
Maxine Waters, I was going to say Maxine
Pelosi?
And fucking
Schumer.
That fucking mutt that got his head caved in. Lewis.
Okay.
Lewis. John Lewis?
Yeah.
He's a rep for them. You kidding me?
Yeah, well, that's it. They have to dig back and get these half-dead people.
Yeah.
I mean, they dragging out guys, pundits on their thing. Who do they drag out? Jennings.
Peter Jennings.
Peter Jennings. I mean, this guy, Mr. Fake News himself, they drag him out of
How about
the
Blumenthal?
Yeah.
The Connecticut guy, the Marine that said he was in Vietnam and everything. No, sorry, you weren't in Vietnam. You were a reservist and you deferred fucking deployment 5 times.
But then I don't get, with all of this losing and obvious bullshit, they carry on this air of arrogance like they're winning. It just blows my mind. Like, you know, I mean, I get it all the time. They come by here and they shoot me the bird like they're winning. You know, it's like, he should be in jail. For what, you morons?
You would think that the people of color would not back the Democratic Party.
Oh, they don't. You watch some of my videos.
You would think.
No. Watch some of my videos on the back of this get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton.
That's great.
My YouTube channel.
All right.
I mean, you got to remember, I'm in a black-dominated city.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good one.
Yeah.
This lady, right here, got the #1 bestseller in wealth management, right, in the country.
Really?
3 years ago, she comes up here, a little black lady, very intense. I grew up. Started talking. She told me who she was because she was brilliant. Right? Professor Iris Mack, Harvard-educated, no affirmative action on her own. Right? MIT, recruited by Larry Summers to work on Wall Street, worked at Enron.
Smart.
Found out what a crook he was, blew the whistle on him. They blackballed her. She came back and wrote this book on all the tricks they were using, for layman's terms, on how they make their millions while putting their stocks at risk. In that book came the #1 bestseller. She just came out with her 4th book. Shot up to #1. She comes out here on a regular basis. She lives here, grew up in the projects. Comes out here. The first time I met her, she stood here for an hour saying, and lectured everybody on how Obama screwed up the economy. She's a libertarian. So I get black people get it because they've been getting crapped on for so long that the ones I find troubling are the ones you brought up earlier, the white liberals. They are the worst. Close-minded. At least the blacks, they can recognize bullshit before it hits the ground. So when she started running, they ran from her. The only ones that went for her were the idiots.
They got to get motivated.
Everybody who thought a woman should be president.
Be cohesive.
And it wasn't for any other reason other than that.
Well, that's why everybody was seeing through the bullshit. We got real serious problems. We're looking at real serious things, and they're talking about training bathrooms. Who gives a shit?
Russia. We're talking about Russia.
Which I've been asking. I ask them all the time. I always stump them with this one simple question. Let's say Russia did everything you say they did. What did they do?
They can't explain.
What did they do? What did they do that made millions of people decide to, I'm not going to vote for Clinton, I'm going to vote for Hillary?
So sick, fucking sick.
As I said, we know the truth. We can see it. So we're all standing around shouting, and we still look at these idiots tell us the opposite. They're losing ground. I mean, this got to come to a head. There's got to be, like you say, one of these days, the blood's going to be spilled. And we know where they live. We got their addresses. We know their names now. This isn't 40 years ago when things were a mystery.
Oh, yeah.
We know about the Bilderberg group. We know about, That's
it. You're done.
I know.
I haven't triggered anybody back there, have I? Oh, good. I don't know. I'm like looking at you guys. I'm not gay, but I'm starting to get a hard on right about now. I mean, I don't know. Looking pretty good in those outfits.
I think so.
Uh-oh, it's coming out. It's all right. We're open-minded. It's all right. Whatever you want to do, as long as you ain't hurting anybody. Fine.
No, pro tip, if you want to be open-minded, I don't think that's sending that message.
Oh, see, I did trigger her. Oh, social justice warrior triggered. Oh, grow up. Get a sense of humor. Moron.
We're tired.
You don't know what type of battle you're fighting.
I take my sunglasses off.
I hope you're not.
Sir, sir. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, it's a
Keep it
pleasure,
up.
gentlemen.
Thanks for taking
Pleasure.
your time.
Oh,
Appreciate
my
it.
pleasure. God bless you.
Just a little drunk.
It's all right. We're very, very cool with
I've
anything
been
here.
running all day.
That's all right. We don't make judgments around here. Do what you want to do as long as you ain't hurting nobody.
I'm trying. What? I got it. You ready? You gotta take this quick because I can't do this long. Okay? You ready? You put it in.
Yeah, you earned a get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton for that.
Rural precincts have half the population than the conservative precincts. Even in the Democratic areas, like in the Vietnamese areas, the Chinese who are culturally very conservative, they have a very high number of people per precinct. And in the Jewish community where they're liberals, even though they're Republican, they have a very low number of precinct chairs per precinct. What that means is it's about 2 to 1, which means the conservatives have to wait in line longer, it's bigger, they have to go farther to find a place to vote, and they have less people get to get out the vote. And when you have 200 people in a precinct, and they all know each other for 20 years, they can cheat their fucking asses off. It's like, and it's just little shit. The Democrats don't win because they're right about anything. They win because they fucking rigged the system and they know how to play politics.
And then they walk around smug. But here's the deal. Even with all this rigging,
that's right. They still can't.
They're still losing.
Yeah. And if they didn't rig the fucking system, so like they have twice as many precinct chairs. Like, you know, it's like, where do you vote? Oh, I don't know. Who's precinct? Who can I talk to? I don't know. Well, if you got 200 people, and like my little HOA has 600 people, it's like, where do you vote? I don't know. Go talk to the guy. He's got political signs all the time, right?
You follow that guy.
Yeah, it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
But when we have precincts with the average, in this one district, it's the average precinct is 1,300 people, and we have precincts that have 6,000 people. It's like, well, they're gonna wait 5 times longer in line to fucking vote.
And this is not rocket science we're talking about. It's just counting votes.
And it's just fucking. You can't say okay. You can't say okay. You got 6,000 people here. We're gonna split that in half.
Yeah.
You can't do that. It's just, and like we pay attention to all these big issues. And it's like they pay attention to the fucking rules and they rig the fucking system and we get fucked.
Yeah. But,
and then the guy comes by and is like, well, we need to vote against the
people are waking up to that now. It's like when he started the voter task force, you know.
Yeah.
Right? And all of a sudden everybody, oh, we can't give you those numbers. Right on the heels of the Harvard study, it said, no, it wasn't 3.5 million. It was 5.8 million illegal votes. And then, people have started recognizing, man, but places in California, you got like, 40% more people voting that live in the district.
Miami-Dade County. And it's like, in Miami County, there's like 100 or 1,000 people over the age of 100. There's probably not many in the whole fucking country. I mean, it's like they have people registered to vote that are over 110 years old. No, they don't. They're fucking cheating their fucking asses off, and the media just doesn't cover it up. And then, anyhow, but there is one thing that you say. They still are not winning. But
the thing that's different now than ever before is because of what you have in your hand.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It isn't left up to a half dozen jackasses on,
I tell people this. In the 1960s, there were 3 TV stations, and 70% of the people in the country watched them. Everybody in the country knew what good night from New York, good night from Washington meant. Everybody.
Good night, David. Good night, Chuck.
Yeah, and nobody. I haven't watched network news more than an hour in the last 10 years.
That's the thing's different.
That's right.
They're still playing by those rules.
They still think we care about them.
Yeah, they're still playing by those rules.
Oh,
so that's what,
they're awful. You know what, dude? Nobody gives a fuck about your opinion anymore because you're just so full of shit.
But now that, like you say, they are so embedded in the system that they're using every dirty trick in the book.
But they don't see it that way. What they don't realize is, in their worldview, they still think that people care about them. They still think that their values. What happened was, what marketers say is there's 5 different classes of marketers. In the top 5%, the wealthy 5%, their attitude is, I am me. And the one thing that keeps the fucking elite being elite is their contempt for everybody else. And all these big schools that have all this money and all these elite schools, the ethos there is they have to be better than us, and they fucking hate us. Listen, if we said we don't like sucking dogs' asses, they would be going, you fucking animalist, you animal phobic, and they would be saying we should fund money, and it's like we say no, you know, we can fuck with gay people and trans, and we go, oh, you fucking transphobic, you know, no matter what the hell we want, normal people want, they have to be against it, because if they don't, they're not elite. Well, yeah, but all these fucking elitists, it's like, well, we can't stand them. They hate us, and we can't stand them.
Isn't that going to bring them down? Because, I mean, people laugh at them now. The only ones that take them serious are the ones we're just going to laugh at. I mean, I have people come up here. I had a guy yesterday came by and said, even today, come and said, but I like Hillary. And all I do is burst out laughing. I mean, you cannot, at this point, try to convince them that liking her you're a joke. You're going to get laughed at. I'm not even going to try to convince them that she's a demon, that someone that should be in.
Hey, yeah, she's great. You know how the Koreans? You worried about those Koreans?
Yeah, she gave them the bill. Yeah.
You know how they got the nuclear weapons? Right. The whole fucking country was falling apart, and so the United States sent over our nuclear technicians and rebuilt their entire nuclear program.
Yeah.
And now they're using it because that was just, you know? Yeah. It's like, yeah, she's smart. Yeah. She's experienced. She's got all the, you just...
All right, here, let me give you a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton. This is good for any crime in the world. And,
great. Passed one. Oh, it's all right. I passed one of your buddies on the street down there, and he said he had a sign that said "America is great without Trump" or something like that.
Yeah. It said America is greater than Trump.
Is greater than Trump. We wanted to correct his sign as greater with Trump.
Yeah.
But he didn't want.
Well, that's actually one of the tamer ones, you know, that these bums put out on the street. You know, give me a plug for Trump's assassination team, things like that. Yeah. But the worst I got a couple of weeks ago, CLU,
American Civil Liberties.
Yeah, the Civil Liberties out here collecting money to defeat Trump. I challenge them, whatever, excuse me, but aren't you guys supposed to be like
civil liberties?
Civil liberties? What are you doing out here advocating the overthrow of our president? And they packed up their bags. I had the cameras on them. They packed up their bags. And, well, you got to speak to our supervisor. I said, and he's going to tell me why you're out here doing subversion on the street? Yeah, amazing. So I got that on film. So, you know, yeah. It's amazing the smugness of these bastards. What they think they can get away with. And they keep on losing. That's my point. I mean, they just spent 10 times in that last special election than any normal candidate would have spent, and still belly flopped. And these bastards walk around like they're still, like they, you know, we're right. They're not. They're not.
Today's question, is Obama still running the Justice Trump? It sure seems that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, lock her up wasn't just a campaign theme. I mean, I can forgive him everything else. The non-repeal, that's Congress. The no tax cuts will be Congress. No funding for the wall will be Congress, because there's a lot of bullshit we got to root out, right? I mean, you could blame that on Congress. But justice is something else. He has control of that to some extent. He could go ahead and push, and he's got the bully pulpit. But I'm saying if Sessions doesn't pick up the mantle, and
going against Clinton,
yeah.
I think he was planning to leave her alone, but now I think they're starting to.
Well, we don't know. Now there's rumors that she plea bargained, and this is being suppressed in the news, but Roger Stone came out and said it, and he said 3 sources from the White House and an Israeli intelligence agent gave him this, that she's plea bargaining or has plea bargained And in that, she doesn't go to jail, but she has to hand over all documentation to Trump, Justice Department. If that's true, you will see a can of worms open up like nobody has ever seen.
So she won't go to jail, but a lot of other people will.
Well, I would have. Let's hope so. I mean, we got to hope somebody goes to jail somewhere. And if with the amount of crimes that would be exposed, I can't help but see how she couldn't get caught up in that tidal wave. I mean, somewhere along the line, she's going to step over that line that, no, we can't let you off on that one. I'm sorry. Having child sex slavery rings being run out of Haiti through the Clinton.
Oh, well, they're accusing Trump of sex.
Everything they do, they accuse Trump of. When you look at it, everything they've accused Trump of, they've done.
Hey, keep up the good work.
Thank you. So as long as I'm breathing.
So how you doing, man?
Oh,
I think I'm good with most of the stuff. The GMO stuff is, you're frankly creating. I mean, I agree with the Trump stuff and everything. The GMO stuff creates crops for people. There's people at the very end of the chain that are starving because there's no GMO.
Tell the farmers in India that were committing suicide at a rate of 120 a day that because they.
You think the GMO's creating the
well, that's because their crops they couldn't reproduce their crops because they had to go back to Monsanto to get the seeds.
Yeah.
And so, but their soil was depleted in a short period of time, and all the crops are failing. So they were, look it up. India farmers 120 a day suicide. But there's also many other aspects of Monsanto that are very scary. I mean, I've talked to farmers out here that have been wiped out by them because some of their GMO got into their organic or
well, that's another issue.
And then they would catch. I've got this on video, where they would catch these Monsanto guys flashing Monsanto badges at them, telling they've got the authority to be in their fields. And when they tested their corn for being, polluted by Monsanto, they wiped these farmers out. So don't go to me about Monsanto and GMOs. This might be the most evil company.
Oh, absolutely. It's creating starvation at the end of the road. But I'm with you with everybody else. But it is.
All right, sir.
There's no proof.
Oh no, there is. Yeah. Look up the Indian studies. Look up. I've done a lot of study on this. The GMO, the Monsanto, truly is probably part of one of the depopulation programs. It's all about killing us, man. They don't want to keep us alive. I mean, if you think the elites...
So that's the craziness that people drive people to Trump. I'm with you everywhere. GMOs is helping the last person.
I can draw up reams of evidence. I've read books.
The GMOs.
Look at the last science czar.
Let me say one thing, and so I will disagree, but all I'm going to say is that GMOs are creating insect-resistant strains that are feeding people.
And what is it doing in our DNA? If it's killing insects, how does it? We are truly what we eat. We don't know. If you're adding something artificial,
but there's no proof. There's no proof.
But that's it. So we're guinea pigs. Look, the salmon they let into the sea.
So listen. If there was proof, it'd be out. There's no proof.
Look at the cancer rates exploding.
There's no cancer rates, so that cancer rates are exploding because people are living longer. Anyway, I'm there with 98% of you. That's all good, man. You take it easy. Good luck.
Yeah, well, the purge is on. I mean, they're still going forward as though Hillary Clinton won. I mean, it's amazing.
Yep.
I mean, my question is where the hell's Sessions? Who's running the Justice Department? Yeah. I hear rumors that Clinton copped a plea, but rumors. I'm not seeing any hardcore. I don't see her in handcuffs.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Virginia.
Great. What do you do there?
IT. I'm here at work, so.
Oh, well, then you'd know that you ought to be in jail if you're with the whole Wawa scandal thing. I mean, this is so bizarre.
That guy out there, they found out there, shot himself in the head, suicide.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
We got to start seeing some justice soon. I mean, we have to. You can blame everything else on Congress. The lack of the repeal, no taxes, all you can blame. But when it comes to the Justice Department, you know, that's on Trump. He's got to get, if Sessions don't do what he's supposed to do, he has to get rid of him. I mean, one of the main factors he ran on was lock her up. You know, we wanted to see some accountability. So it's the only sore spot I see right now.
Yeah.
You know.
And, yeah, they finding the evidence.
But if it's true that she did cop a plea and that she had to hand over all of her paperwork, all of her stuff, that's going to cover so many crimes that we really, really can see some movement.
Oh, yeah.
If that's true, let's see if it's true.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hey, you be good?
Pleasure meeting you.
Keep up the good work, huh?
Well, as long as I'm breathing.
Yes, sir.
How you doing there, young man?
Okay. Mr. Trump's man?
Well, for the moment, why not? Where are you guys from? UK?
Yeah.
Yeah, what part?
Portsmouth?
Yeah. See, you got your own problems.
What? Brexit?
Brexit? Well, no, Brexit was a good thing.
It is for us.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the you know, the Kazakhstan there in Londonstan, and with the immigrant problem, you know, I mean, you're inviting in the enemy, you know.
He's got the idea.
Well,
America first.
Yeah. Your own people first, England first, for English.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. Yeah. But take care of your own first.
Yeah. That's what I don't get.
They're going to bomb London. Make sure they don't bomb Washington first.
Yeah.
Love it.
I just watched a video of boatloads of immigrants, illegal immigrants, landing on the shores of Spain.
Well, they can have them. We're out. We're out here. I don't care.
Yeah, but too. I mean, all of Europe's going to be turned into Africa soon if they don't stop.
That's fine. We're out of Europe.
Oh, you're out? You don't care?
Nearly. We're nearly.
Okay. Where are you moving to? Here, or where are you moving?
Let Germany have them. Angela Merkel thinks, come on in.
German one. She's
the one. She's the one that's made the problem.
Yeah.
Come in, we'll take you all. They get in, they attack people, they rob, they blow them up. And people don't vote her out. Why not?
Well, look at Poland. Poland ain't having a problem. They ain't letting nobody in.
No, that's because they're all living in the UK.
We're the dark ones. When, say like you were from Poland, okay, and you've got a wife and 2 children living in Poland, you come, we say this is England, you come here, you're working, right? Our government then sends money back to Poland for your wife and his 2 kids. Yeah, we send money back to countries.
That's because you're very kind and generous people.
Well, idiot. See, the other 2 problems I've got with America and England at the moment is why the hell do we send money to North Korea to help the poor?
Yeah.
Come off it. The other thing is, because of the European market, our passports are not English anymore. They're European. Right, so if you look at an English passport, it used to be blue.
Right.
But now it's pink. Or maroon colour, right? So what happens now is
Surprised it's not rainbow.
People from the not so well off countries like Poland and Hungary and that, they fly over to England on cheap tickets, return day tickets into London. They go up there, take his money, right? And they're back on the plane to Hungary before the police can do anything about it.
Are you familiar with Tommy Robinson?
I've heard the name.
Yeah, he's a big hero over in England.
My name's Robinson.
Oh, cool. Yeah, big hero. He's you know, they've thrown him in jail for speaking about the Islamic threat taking over.
Ah, right, yeah.
So he's, you know, I think he's even running for office, from the last I heard.
Okay.
But man, that guy, he's a pretty brave man. He goes out there, he confronts them, he gets right in their faces. You know, so the spunk is still in some of you English.
For years, we wanted to get rid of the Hookman, one-eyed Hookman, right? Because you wanted him for whatever.
and all the human rights stuff wouldn't let him go. But in the end, they paid a window where, yes, he can be shipped to America. They sent him there. He's got life, mate. He was wandering around London preaching, blow him up, blow this up, blow that up. We couldn't do nothing about it because of his human rights. But once that loophole come in, and America could get him, you got him, and you've done, you put him where he can't cause any problem.
Well, I've seen in England film of Islamic Muslims waving the ISIS flag on the London streets.
Yeah, because they human rights too.
Yeah.
They always bring the human rights.
Right. They always use that excuse. Discriminating.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, bullshit. Yeah, I am, you son of a bitch. I don't like people coming in and say they're going to cut off my head if I don't believe like you. You better believe I'm going to discriminate against you.
Yeah.
You bastards.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I was talking to a man with the same idea.
All right, sir. Enjoy.
Thank you.